Okay, y'all. So BB 28, episode 4. So a lot went down this episode. So much fucking tea. So let's talk about it. So Mallory, Yash, and Taylor are nominated on the block. Okay, for eviction. So they play the power of veto. Melody gets picked for the power of veto, and so does Barrett. Okay, and the HOH D has to play in the power veto. So in the power veto, they have this little game that goes into the future or whatever, and they have to. This game is they have to link these little pipes up from one machine to the other machine or whatever, and basically once the pipes are online, then whoever wins the power veto. Now, some people was just couldn't figure this shit out. It was a puzzle game, okay? And basically, Mallory, because she does work with, in science and she does do that type of stuff on a daily basis, she was able to pull a win. Now, Yash was close, but Mallory won. So Mallory wins the power veto. She used the power veto on herself to take herself down, and now um, now D has to find a replacement nominee. Now, inside the house, before D makes up a replacement nominee, is so much drama going down in the house. So I already told y'all in the last one who has these alliances or whatever. I think I must have missed some of the people, but or mixed up some of the alliances because it don't seem like half them people was aligned this time. So Mallory is based no Melody, who is Mallory's friend and Ashley's friend. Melody is trying to distance herself from Mallory. Okay, so Melody is basically telling D like, I'm really close. I mean, I don't have enough ill will towards Mallory, but me and that girl ain't close like that or whatever. And in D mind, she like, oh, the reason why you telling me all this is because you're really close to her, but Um, she can't put Mallory up because I think Mallory is safe for the week. So she has safety. She was one of the people that got safety. So she couldn't put her up. But the fact that she going to D and it's like, oh, well, I don't really, I'm not going to, me and this girl was not that close like that. But then I do respect Melody because she actually went to Mallory and told her that if she used the power of veto, if she win the power of veto, that she wasn't going to use it on her. So basically, she would have to rely on Barrett to use the power of veto on her. And basically, Barrett did say that if he won the veto, that he would use it on her. But then turned around and told us and the cameras that he wasn't using shit on her ass because he was going to keep the nominations the same. But luckily, Mallory won the power veto for herself and put herself down off the block. So now everybody is trying to, stop trying to be her replacement nominee or whatever. So Ashley goes and talks to her and basically was like, based on your logic and everything like that you have going on or whatever, she was like, is it between me or Barrett? And I know you was picking one person from, each group, and then her and Barrett didn't play in the HOH competition. They both sat out, so it would have been between them two. And she was basically saying, like, if you're going to choose anybody, I would hope that you would choose Barrett over me or whatever. But Barrett and D have an alliance, so I don't think it's not logical for her to choose Barrett or whatever. But she really don't want to choose Ashley either because she realized that Ashley is not even a huge threat for real, for real. So, but she's looking at it like she don't want a lot of blood on her hands because next week she won't be able to participate in the HOH competition. So she's just trying to make the most logical move that's smart for her in her game right now. So let's talk about fucking Jason. So Jason and Angela in the last one basically got like a little bit close. Jason was telling Angela like about, his life outside the Big Brother house, how he be doing drag and, how he felt like he was the only he never been around a bunch of straight people before is at one period of time, like that. And he was just getting closer to Angela and Angela was like a mother figure to him, you know, from what Angela thinks. So he was telling Angela like this sob story about like how his mom had passed, and how he just feel like he don't have anybody and this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So Angela, hugging him and telling her like, she really appreciate him and all this and that. Angela being Angela for real. And then she kissed him. So this is the crazy part. She kissed him. So as she kissed Jason on the cheek, she gets up to leave to walk out the room. As she's walking out of the room, as she gets up to leave, to turn around, she ain't walk out the room yet. He done wiped her damn kiss off and shit. And then after she got out the room, man, his motherfucking acting flipped and shit. He was like, oh yeah, I got her where I want her or whatever. I done told her this sob story. I'm going to use this to my advantage. Yada, yada, yada. Talk about he going to play the shit out of Angela for real. So then he's out in the backyard with fucking, who was he with? He was with Mallory and, was it Mallory? I think it was Mallory and some other person. I think, I can't remember the other boy name or whatever, but they was out in the backyard. And they all formed this alliance called the Justice or whatever. I think I mentioned them in the last episode. And so they in the backyard, and he basically telling them everything that happened in the room with Angela. Mind you, it was just him and Angela in the room, so nobody knows these details but him and Angela. So he tells him everything that happened in the room with Angela. Talk about we're gonna play Angela, and I'm gonna backdoor Devins because Devins is likable. Everybody thinks that he's like America's dad, and Angela, I want to get her out of here too because everybody like her. So he want a gun for the icons and get them the fuck out of there. He basically want to use them two to help. But he don't know that the person that he talking to was in alliance with fucking Devins and Angela. So he goes back to Devins. No, he goes and tells Devins, Angela, and he tells D. Okay, everything that happened outside in the backyard and how Jason wanted to backdoor Devins and Angela. He tells Angela that fake ass shit that he was doing, crying and that, all in that with her, that was all fake. He's just using that as strategy so he could backdoor your ass and all that. And D is like he lucky that he is on the that he's safe for the week because he got safety for the week. So he lucky that he's safety for the week because or else he would have been her next target to put on the chopping block. But don't worry because he gonna be a target probably next week if nobody. Well, I don't even think he aligned with anybody. He think he aligned with Angela, but that's dead. You know what I'm saying? So once Angela finds out, I'm thinking that Angela is gonna spaz the fuck out because y'all already know how Angela do. She's so dramatic, so over the top, or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking, okay, Angela gonna flip the fuck out, flip this whole house upside down over this shit. But you know what she said to us in the confessional? She was like, oh, I'm gonna play this to my advantage. She was like, I would have had flipped out last year. I'm thinking to myself, girl, I know. I'm just waiting for that shit to pop off. And she was like, no, this season, she said she gonna control that shit and she gonna use that to her advantage and then flip the script on his ass. And I can't wait to see how all this play out because this is drama. I'm just hoping that Taylor don't go home at this point. I do like Yash. Yash is cute. And Ashley, she's not a real threat, but I wouldn't really care if she go home or not, truthfully. Um, so yeah, that was pretty much all of the tea that happened in this episode. So yeah, tell me what y'all think about the episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and I forgot to talk about the Have Nots room. So the Have Nots room, they all gotta sleep on this fucking wooden board that spins all fucking night long. I said, oh hell no, I would just be sleeping on the goddamn floor for all that shit. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode, and I'll see you on the next one.